Hey guys, how's it going? And welcome back to episode number 20 of FIFA 20 Career Mode. And today we begin by taking on Strasbourg in the league. Not the biggest game of today's episode, as you would be able to tell by the title. We have PSG in the next game, but first we have to get past Strasbourg, hopefully pick up a victory so that we can keep up with PSG, and when we do play them in the next game, possibly overtake them in the league table. But here we're coming forward. It's Thiago Mendes on the ball. He finds René Adelaide, who's got a bit of space, and he takes a shot on it. It comes off the crossbar and it's headed away, unfortunately. Almost scoring a lovely goal there. And now we've got a corner. It's played to Kone on the edge of the box, who winds up, and it's a great save again by the goalkeeper. Oh no, the last one he didn't save, it was just off the crossbar. That was a powerful hit from Kone. He really struck it with power, just put his left boot right through the ball, and the goalie makes a good save. But here we come forward again. Rafael towards Mendes. Lays it back for Bakayoko, who takes a shot on it. Again, the keeper makes a save. Bakayoko looking for his first goal since joining the club. A lovely little ball there from Mendes to open up the space for Bakayoko to take the shot on, but he couldn't find the back of the net. But here, Strasbourg coming forward. It's with Kaki, who finds Da Costa, and then Da Costa gave it back to him. But Lopez makes the save pretty comfortably. And he rolls it to Bakayoko. Goes to Mendes, but there's probably not enough time for anything to happen in the half, and that is absolutely correct, because there is the half-time whistle. 0-0 at the break. We've definitely been the better team. We're unfortunate not to be ahead, I would say, but hopefully in the second half we can make sure that we come away with the victory. They've had 3 shots to our 5, but our 3 that we had on target, 2 of them forced the keeper into really good saves, and the other one would have been off the crossbar, or maybe that wouldn't count, and then we've got another one. Anyway, still we have been the stronger team, and we're just going to make 2 substitutions at half time. John Lucas comes on, and so does Guiri up top. But anyway, here is kickoff for the second half. Hopefully we can pick up a goal, and Mendes is coming forward looking to do just that. He plays it through for Traore, who cuts back. What can he do here, Traore? He finds Kone on the edge of the box. There's René Adelaide into John Lucas, who makes his way into the box. Nice turn. He finds René Adelaide surely, but he puts it wide. What an opportunity for René Adelaide to find the back of the net and give us a 1-0 lead. But he blew it and just missed. Really poor from him. But now a chance for Strasbourg, and we have to rely on Lopez to make a good save and keep it out. But here we're coming forward again. Traore sliding it through for Thiago Mendes. What can Mendes do here? He cuts back. He's still on the ball. Goes to Traore. Traore turns. Finds René Adelaide, who turns and shoots, and it's saved again by the goalkeeper. He really should have done better with that opportunity. René Adelaide, unfortunately, he didn't. And now Strasbourg, could they score in stoppage time and win the game by 1-0? Batella shoots, saved by the goalkeeper. Lopez ensuring that the score stays at 0-0, but they have the corner. Martin to whip it in. Traore gets it kind of clear. Headed back into the area. Thomason tackled. John Lucas gets it up, and now it's with Mendes. Can we break and score? No. It's an interception by the number 4 that ensures the game ends with the score at 0-0. Not great from us, though you cannot fault our performance, just our finishing, though I suppose that is part of the performance. We didn't play badly, is what I'm trying to get at. We played quite well and were pretty unfortunate. We had the majority of the possession, more shots, more on target. We were foiled by the goalkeeper and the woodwork, unfortunately. But now, turning our attention to bigger matters, it's the game against PSG. We have a press conference before the game, and I do all the press conferences, but I don't really show them that often because, let's face it, they're not that interesting. The questions are a bit repetitive, and often they are incorrect. I can't remember how many times I've been asked if your undefeated streak in the league is going to end soon, but of course we're not currently undefeated. We lost to PSG, and I think someone else as well. But anyway, what do we expect from the upcoming fixture? That was the big question that the journalists were asking at the press conference, and I said that we've been waiting for the opportunity to play PSG and take points off them because no one else seemed to be doing it. And hopefully we will do exactly that, take points off them, preferably 3. And as you can see by the league table, if we do win, we will go level on points with them, but they will still have a game in hand, which they just never seem to actually play their game in hand. It's a bit frustrating. Anyway, here it is. The game against PSG. We're heading into it. The strongest lineup. We put out our strongest lineup possible, I think. Well, at least that's what I think our strongest lineup possible is, in my opinion. But, I mean, we could improve at fullback. Actually, Kanate and Anderson is a bit of a, even between them two. You can put either of them in. Today I went with Anderson for the game away from home against PSG in the Parc des Princes. Here is the lineup for PSG. Areola starts in goal. They're playing a 4-3-3 with an attacking midfielder. Mendy, Marquinhos, Thiago Silva and Meunier. Across the back four, Herrera, Sarabia and Verratti in midfield, and Neymar, Mbappe and Di Maria up top is a very dangerous front three, that's for sure. They're two 150 plus million euro signings in Mbappe and Neymar. Very dangerous up top. But here's our lineup, as you would have seen before. This, I believe, is the strongest team that we could put out today, and hopefully they can do us proud and get a magnificent, or hopefully magnificent, famous victory away from home in Paris as Mbappe is getting ready. This sure will be a tough game, but we have fared decently against the better sides. We tore apart City on the counter in the Champions League, and though we did lose to PSG in the first game against them, it was perhaps a little bit unfortunate, but Lopez makes an important save there to deny the man who hit it on the volley, and then Mendy's shot was quite poor on the turn. Thankfully Draxler's not involved today, won't be able to come up with 2 goals and win the game for them. But here we're passing the ball around the back, Anderson to Akanji, and here's Bakayoko as we look to bring the ball forward. It's Mendes, who is closed down by Herrera. Now it's with Bakayoko, who slides it through for Dembele, who plays it for Mendes. Here's a chance. Mendes is into the box. He squares it. Aouar at the back stick has no goalkeeper. I mean, well, he has no one. The goalkeeper's out of position, and so we can just tap it in. Aouar scores the first goal of the game. Mendes broke through. It was a lovely bit of passing play. We carved out the opportunity well, and Aouar was ahead of his man at the back stick. Nothing anyone could do about that in the end once they'd let it get to him. The defenders were too far behind him, and the goalie was all the way over on the other side of the box trying to close down Mendes, and Aouar's 4th goal of the season gives us an early 1-0 lead. Just what we needed if we are to come away with the win today. But here, there could be another chance as Depay's played in. Memphis Depay gets past Meunier. What can he do? He cuts it back. Dembele's shot just trickles wide. So close there for Dembele. He just had to kind of hit it as he was running. He didn't really get the right kind of connection on it, and even so, it almost trickled into the bottom corner. But now it's PSG on the ball, and Mbappe takes a shot on it, saved into the support post by Lopez. Kylian not quite able to sneak it past the goalie there, but as the ref calls Traore over here, he decided to send him off for that tackle, and I was very disappointed that that was the decision. I thought it was only a yellow, to be honest. He's not really gone in from behind. He's kind of hit him with his legs rather than his actual boot. But anyway, what can we do? The decision's already been made, and we're just going to have to try and scrap our way and hold on to this narrow lead and hold on to these big 3 points. But hopefully they won't score before half-time, because they're trapped in their end of the half with just a minute of stoppage time left. Meunier to Silva, and yeah, there is half-time. 1-0 lead. Well, we have a 1-0 lead at the break, but unfortunately we also only have 10 men, which is not ideal at all, to be honest. We've only had the 2 shots in this half. 1 on target. They've had 6 shots, but only 1 of theirs has been on target. They haven't been very clinical, PSG, at all. They've been wayward with their shooting, and hopefully they will be punished for that. But here's Sarabia taking a shot on. He hits the post. It bounces off the inside of the post and stays out. But could we get on the break and pick up a goal here? Kone is played in. He's in behind here. He's in behind Mendy. He's charging forward. He takes a shot on. It knocks Areola over. And it's headed behind for a corner. But here it's PSG on the ball with 13 minutes remaining. It falls for Verratti here. He finds Paredes. Paredes' pass is blocked. It falls back to him, and Lopez makes a good save to keep us in the lead. As we look at the replay here, Kanji blocks the cross, and then Lopez puts it behind for a corner. But here come PSG again. It's Neymar on the ball. His touch is heavy, and Dubois comes in with a flying, sliding challenge. He kicks the ball away, but somehow the ref decided that was a foul. He booted the ball into the advertising boardings. Who knows what the ref is doing? He's probably influenced by the home crowd, but Lopez punches the free kick away, and Konate is the first man to the ball, and he's into PSG's half. He skips past Verratti. Konate is still going. Konate into the box. He takes a shot on. It's saved. And now PSG can go up the other end and look for an equaliser. Di Maria goes back to Meunier. Meunier looks to play in Di Maria over the top, but Lopez comes out to get the ball. And he dribbles back into the box. I'm not sure how you make him pick it up, because otherwise I would have wanted to do that. Thankfully, Dubois takes control of the ball well, and Lopez boots it up the pitch. And with 2 minutes of stoppage time passed, there is the final whistle. It's a 1-0 victory for us against the odds, away from home, with 10 men for over half of the game. We hold on for a brilliant win away from home in the capital. 1-0, the final score. Aouar's early goal the difference. We actually had slightly more possession than them, which surprises me quite a bit, to be honest. But they did have more shots. However, they weren't clinical enough, and we took one of our chances, which is not something they managed to do. So we get the win, and that, of course, takes us to level points with PSG. Unfortunately, our goal difference is worse by 9, so we are behind them in the standings, and they do have a game in hand. So we're still on the back foot, but at least now we've lost the least games in the league. Little victories. But anyway, our defensive record is also still the best, but we're going to have to hope that PSG drops some more points in the near future. Marseille, just the 7 points behind us in third, so it's not like the top two are running away with it, so to speak. Monaco have a game in hand on them and could cut the gap to just 5 points if they do win. But then we have a game in hand on Marseille, so I mean we could get away again. But down the bottom of the table, Metz, Brestois and Angers are within 1 point of each other and in the relegation spots. But anyway, that will do it for today's episode. I hope you have enjoyed. If you did enjoy us beating PSG, please do drop a like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.